Hey guys, Simon Bryson here, and according to my phone, I spend around 9 hours every single week on Instagram, on my phone. 9 hours, like a full-time job, okay? But the idea is this, okay? Because of this, there are a lot of opportunities out there when it comes to Instagram and how to go out there and actually make money. So for this video right here, I'm gonna give you guys 5 different real ways to go out there and make money by using Instagram. From an extra 20 bucks if you want some extra cash, or for example, to $3,000 every single month if you want to turn it into a full-on business for yourself. So in this video, I'm going to break everything down, and on top of that, all the links down below to the websites are down below, and that way you know exactly what to do by the end of this video and what to get and what not to get, okay? And by the way, I also do post videos on this channel every single day, so make sure to also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. And on top of that, do me a favor and also destroy the like button. By the way, comment down below and let me know, how much time does your iPhone say that you spend on the Instagram app, okay? Comment down below, let me know, because this is getting out of hand, okay? But the first thing I have to tell you before I tell you all the ways to make money from Instagram is basically, if you guys don't know the history of Instagram, okay? Instagram was bought out on April 9th of 2012, okay? From this guy named Kevin. But the idea is that Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, bought Instagram for $1 billion. And he paid $300 million in cash, which is crazy, but also $700 million in Facebook stock. And if the guy would have held on to his stock for all these years, well, he would have had around $3.9 billion today. A lot more money, because basically Facebook went from $40 back in 2012 to now like $225 per share. So it's crazy. And again, if you guys don't know, there are around 800 million people on the platform every single month. And I'm telling you this because it's good to understand the platform you're going to use to make money. So when it does go down, if it ever goes down in the future, you can always tell when it's time to either hop off the boat or when it's time to actually even make more content, and that way you get paid even more money. And now the first way to actually make money from Instagram is through IGTV, live badges, and on top of that, also shopping. Now the idea is, Tommy, what are you talking about? I don't have these features. The answer is, although they're not public to everyone on Instagram right now, like if you have like 1,000 followers, they will be by the end of this year or the end of next year. So the idea is this, guys, okay? Whenever it comes to IGTV, I know you've seen it. For example, when you watch a video and then it's like, okay, you want to continue on to IGTV, and you can watch it if it's like longer than a minute. The answer is, well, there are no ads right now. But the idea is that Instagram will start putting ads before that video actually starts playing, and that way the creator, in this case you, can actually start making money every time you make content for IGTV. And I also predict, because as you guys know, okay, I make YouTube videos and I also get paid money, but the answer is, I believe in the beginning, maybe, I'm not sure, I believe that Instagram might actually pay creators more money over there, and that way they can get the ball rolling and have more people come over from YouTube to there and actually make more content over there also. And by the way, I could see a mixer slash ninja situation going on. For example, when they grab big creators from YouTube and pay them X amount of dollars to come on Instagram and only make Instagram exclusive content, and that way Instagram also gets a lot more viewers going on there and also grows the entire IGTV scene. Although IGTV has been slow for a while, but it is expanding and it is growing, and it's also opportunity for you to actually make money, okay? By the way, the second feature is live badges. Now, as you guys know, when you go on Instagram and you go to like a live video and you like texting like, hey, I'm saying this, I'm saying that, the creator usually doesn't see you and what you're saying because there's so many comments actually popping off, right? But the answer is, okay, Instagram is going to make a feature also stolen from Twitch and also YouTube where you can actually buy badges, and that way the creator recognizes you by the badge you're actually using slash emoji, and that way the creator gets paid money when you buy the badges, and the creator actually notices you whenever it comes to like, hey, I recognize that person, you know what I mean? So that's kind of how it works. Now, number 3 is the entire shopping scene. Now, as you guys know, if you're a business or, for example, a bigger creator, Instagram gives you the ability to actually list your products on Instagram, and your audience can go directly to your Instagram and basically shop and buy your merchandise or whatever you're selling, and that way it becomes like a big marketplace. But the point is this, guys, okay? Although all these features will be coming out very soon by the end of this year or the end of next year, the idea is that when these features actually do come out, you want to make sure you have a solid concrete platform on Instagram, and that way you don't have to worry about building it up when that time comes. So I recommend, if you don't have a solid audience on Instagram, I recommend you start building it and start creating content, and that way when everything kicks off, you already have great content out there, and once you monetize it, you'll start to get some revenue coming in very easily. And by the way, guys, one more thing I think you should know is that basically, if you guys don't know, Facebook is spending a ton of money and actually getting Wi-Fi/internet across the globe. And by the way, you know what that means? It means more people will watch your content. It also means more ad revenue, but it also means more competition. So the more people are actually online in third world countries, well, now you create this big audience, and in reality, more competition. And that's why I want you to build your audience right now, so when that happens, you're still on top, because basically you started first before anyone else. And now, guys, number 2 is actually by selling shoutouts on Instagram. Now, if you have between 10,000 or 5,000 followers and up, you can actually start selling shoutouts on your page, and that way you can make some extra money on the side. But I'm not just saying like, hey, build an Instagram with a whole bunch of random people. The answer is no. You want to build an Instagram surrounded by a specific niche of people. For example, is it business? Is it cars? Is it fitness? Whatever it is, you want to have an Instagram just for that audience. And that way, when somebody buys a shout out from you, they actually know the audience they're targeting by buying from you. But the idea is, if you don't have a big following on Instagram, you can do it either organically by posting using hashtags, or for example, by using the follow unfollow method, where you follow people, then unfollow them, and keep doing it over and over again. And then eventually you get a lot of followers, but also a lot of pissed off people, okay? And I did that in the past also, so that's how I know. But you can also automate the entire thing with software, but that is against Instagram policy, so I won't tell you the software. But if you go online, you'll find automation software on Reddit and also Google, and you'll know exactly what to do, where they follow people and unfollow people for you, like and comment, and they do a whole bunch of different things. But again, it is against Instagram policy, and it might put your account on jeopardy, okay? So just keep that in mind. Now, whenever you're doing shout outs, you can sell them between $10 all the way up to $50, even more, depending on the size of your page. But the idea is this, guys, okay? If you're selling for $50 and you sell, for example, 10, that's around $500 in 1 month just by doing 10 shoutouts for $50 a piece. And if you ask me, that's pretty good money. On top of that, guys, okay, the more Instagram pages you actually have, well, the more shoutouts you can actually do, and also the more money you can actually make. For example, if you have an Instagram page dedicated to fitness, one for business, one for clothing, like whatever it is, each of these pages will pay you different amounts based on the shoutouts, okay? So the more pages, the more money you can actually make. So just keep that in mind. Don't just do one, do more than one, and that way you can build more income streams also. And by the way, there's also a website to actually sell shoutouts, and the website is called ShoutCart. By the way, link down below. Don't worry, all the links are down below. After the video, you can check it out and you can know exactly how to get everything done. And now, guys, number 3, you can actually make money on Instagram by flipping Instagram accounts. Now you might tell me, Tommy, why would someone want to buy an Instagram account? Isn't that like weird? The answer is no. If, for example, you have a massive audience and I want that audience for myself, well, why wouldn't I just buy it from you and I don't have to do the work whatsoever, okay? Now, there's this website called FameSwap, link down below. And the answer is, guys, okay, on this website, you can buy Instagram accounts and also sell them. And they might go from, for example, $50 all the way up to $25,000 to $40,000 and even more. You might tell me, Tommy, why the heck would someone pay so much money for an Instagram account? The answer is, guys, okay, it's very simple. If I am a brand and I basically want, for example, the dog audience, right? And you have, for example, 500,000 followers that follow you. If I buy that audience and I sell, for example, products, I can make that money back basically very quickly by selling products, by also having the right audience. So obviously, that's how people can actually make a ton of money. But I do have to warn you guys, okay? You have to be very careful because there's people out there that basically build up Instagram accounts with fake followers. You don't want that. So in reality, you want to use an escrow website to basically, whenever you actually buy an account, to double check it and make sure everything is fine, and that way they don't actually scam you. For example, when you use FameSwap, that way whenever you buy an account, you can verify everything and you're good to go. But do not pay anyone, for example, the Cash App, or like something like a gift or whatever it is, or a check or a quick pay. No, don't do that, okay? Always make sure your payment method is going to allow you to either say like, hey, he scammed me, my money back, because if it doesn't, you might get scammed very quickly. And by the way, go on eBay, FameSwap, just hit people up directly if you want to. The idea is buying Instagram accounts and selling them can be very profitable once you find the right people to actually sell it to, especially businesses that don't want to do all the work to build up an audience and just want to like buy it and get it over with and start selling them things right then and there. It's the best way to do it, okay? And now guys, number 4 is actually by doing sponsorships. But the idea is, as you guys know, no sponsor is going to sponsor you if you have like 2 followers or 1 follower, your mom, because basically they want to make sure you're actually going to sponsor someone with a good audience and also very good engagement. And that's why I never ever recommend you get bots to actually, for example, follow you. It makes no sense. They won't like your photos, they won't comment. And if they do, that's all fake. And brands can spot that out very quickly and they will not pay you, okay? Now, there's a website called Grapevine, link down below. And this website right here, once you build up your Instagram, you can go on it and basically start advertising your Instagram. Be like, hey, I'll give you a shout out for this much money and that much money. By the way, Grapevine works, for example, with small brands and also big brands like Coca-Cola and also LG and all those fancy big brands that you know and you also love. The idea is, guys, okay, you want to create an Instagram around a specific niche. And for example, if you want to use the entire like follow to unfollow method or the hashtags, just make sure your hashtags are actually targeted to the audience you want to build. For example, business, fitness, beauty, photography, like whatever it is, okay? So just make sure you're targeting the right people, and that way you build a right audience so the sponsorships actually want to sponsor you because they know, hey, if we sponsor Tommy, we're going to get the business people's eyes on our product, and that way we can make more sales, okay? Because that's what we're looking for, okay? That is the answer. So be very careful. Don't just get random people to follow you, okay? Don't do that. It's a very quick way to do it, but it's actually not worth it if the audience is not going to engage with you also. Now, number 5, and the final way to actually make money is by being a social media manager. Now, there are 3 different ways to actually do this, okay? It's not about like, hey, just go to a business like Ty Lopez and then get money like this. No, the answer is there are 3 ways to make money by managing other people's Instagram accounts, okay? The first way is you want to target small people, small creators. For example, if I have less than 10,000 like followers, in reality, I am a small creator. So the idea is you want to target me. If you find people that actually, for example, are very funny, or for example, you believe in them, and you know, for example, that they're 1 viral video away from making a ton of money on Instagram. So the idea is you want to help them. Once you help them and give them value, for example, growing their Instagram accounts, making sure they're engaging correctly, using all the right algorithm tactics. The answer is the more value you give, the better it is, and the more likelihood that person is to actually make a ton of money in the future. But again, because they are a small creator, you probably will not make any money from them whatsoever. But what you can do is basically get equity on their stock. Now tell me, what the heck are you saying here? Well, say for example, you found me when I was a very small creator, like less than 1,000 subscribers. You told me, hey Tommy, I'm going to help you with your channel, get you sponsorships, get you everything you need here. And the answer is, all I want is 10% of whatever you make, or 2% or 3%. And not even today, but in the future. It might have taken you a while to make your money back, but eventually, if you believed in me, like surely you would have made a lot of money today, because now I make a lot of money. So the answer is, find small creators, offer them those deals, and also make sure you sign contracts, okay? Not just like, hey, you know, like handshake, no. Contracts. And that way, they get a ton of value, also can grow faster, and you get paid money in the future. That's the idea. But again, don't try to scam anybody, and only do this once you know exactly how to manage them correctly and also how to give them extra value. Now, number 2, the second way that you do it is by targeting larger creators. Now, as you guys know, large creators usually just want to make content and also get rewarded for it by also getting money for it, okay? But they don't really want to deal with everything when it comes to like Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and dealing with everything, okay? So the answer is you want to offer them a ton of value and also get paid, for example, on a monthly basis and also based on commission. So for example, there is this rule, like in the industry, for example, whenever an agent brings you a deal, the idea is they get 20% and then you get 80% of whatever the deal is, okay? So for example, if you find a big creator, you can charge them, for example, $500 every single month or $200 every single month to actually, for example, manage everything. But also, every deal you bring them, you also get 20% of that. And the more value you give them, the more money they make, but also the more money you actually make. But the idea is, if you are not good, in reality, they will fire you and then you won't make any money whatsoever. And you always want to add a contingency to the contract saying like, hey, if I'm not giving you value, you can fire me, and then boom, everything is good. And that way, they're more likely to actually hire you. Why? Because there's less risk attached to it. Now, the last way to actually get money by doing this is by actually going out there and getting hired by a business to run their entire Instagram account. And they pay very, very well. Each business can pay between $1,000 to $10,000 every single month by managing all the social media and also creating, for example, great content for them. Now tell me, why do businesses pay me so much money? The answer is because businesses aren't just looking for likes, they're looking for customers, and customers equals money. So for example, if they pay you $1,000 and you bring, for example, 100 customers that pay each $100, in reality, they're gonna make around like $10,000 every single month from the job you're actually doing. So they're actually willing to pay you more money also, and that is how it works. But guys, comment down below and let me know, out of these 5 right here, okay, which one are you going to do and which one do you like the most, okay? By the way, number 1 is one you have to do right now. Build it up, grow it, and then eventually you'll start to get paid money, okay? Every other one here, you can make money today if you want to. And by the way, all the links are down below. If you learned something here, guys, well, like this video, smash the like button, it helps a lot, so thank you guys so much. On top of that, also, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. On top of that, follow me on Instagram, Tommy Bryson. And I also have a brand new channel called Tommy Bryson Show, link down below, check it out, it's hilarious. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. But before I go, if you want to learn more about investing, here's a video on it right here. Remember, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and as always, peace.